G'day everyone, I hope you're well. So today we're having another look at an older kit. It's Hobby Boss's 148th A-4F Skyhawk, the scooter. So I had a look on ScaleMates and already this kit is 7 years old. So it was new tooled in 2016. They do the F, the E and the M. I've built, I think, 3 of these now. The E's and F's, and then I've got an M in the stash to do. It's a really good kit. Only criticism I would have is the leading edge slats. You can't have them open. It is molded shut. Alright, start with the instructions. Alright, so you got your sprue. I got 2 sheets with colours. Your sprue trees, a map, and the decals. And you start with the cockpit, tub, and the seat. You've got decal for your instrument panel. There is aftermarket available for these kits, as I've used it in my builds. And your front wheel bay is under the cockpit. Then you're putting top wings onto the bottom section. Intake going in, and your cockpit going in. Because they got the 3 versions, you might have to be cutting some antenna or different modifications for each one, different variant. So putting your scoops in, and you got the engine going in. It's not a full-blown engine. Again, this is not an expensive kit either, so it's an easy build of a great aircraft at a reasonable price. The only comparable ones would be the Hasegawa, but they're not always available, and they're a lot older than these, and their surface details wouldn't be as good as the Hobby Boss one. Same as your intakes, they're only just the beginning, but you can see into the engine. To get on the right angle, you're putting the gun in, the HUD. You can have your speed brakes open or close. It always adds to the build having it open on the display with the speed brakes open. Your option for the electronics hump on the back. I like it without the hump, but I like it with the hump. It looks beefier with the hump on the back. And then we're into pylons, your landing gear, and the gear doors. And then the main gear doors, arrestor hook, and refueling probe, and those huge drop tanks. And we got the weapons. You got multiple ejection racks for bombs, some sidewinders, and a map of where you can position your loadout. So that is it. So this boxing has 3 schemes to choose from. So the USS Hancock, which is very nice markings, and we got the USS Bonhomme Richard, which is also nice with the colours in the rudder and the markings on the side of the aircraft. But I believe this time around, when I build this, I will be doing the Aggressor Skyhawk, because I haven't done one before, and I quite like that scheme. So we got what is it? It's, I was saying yellow, but it's not yellow. It'll be a sand color. Brown and red brown. Your color call outs are Mr. Hobby. They do have Vallejo, Model Master. They have a few Tamiya there, but not, it doesn't cover everything. And Humbrol, same as a Humbrol, doesn't cover everything. So for a reasonable price, straight out the box, you got 3 schemes to choose from, straight up. The USS Hancock markings. Bit of a, they always set alright, but sometimes they look funny on the sheet. They sometimes they look, some areas look glossy, some areas look matte. This is your you got your instrument panel decals, pretty basic, but does the job. It's only a small cockpit in the Skyhawk. And you got your weapons markings on the bottom as well. All very nicely done. I'll take photos at the end. I think I need a new blade. Alright. So thankfully in this kit there is no center seam in your canopy, so it's good to go. Just mask it up and paint. All nice. No issues. Alright. There's your intake lips. Intake plates on the side of the fuselage. Instrument panel and your instrument panel combing. It's very crisp moulding, this kit. There are several kits that I would build over and over again, and this is one of them. So I love the kit and I love the aircraft, and there's so many you got 3 schemes in this box, but there's heaps of aftermarket decals for Skyhawks. some detail in the gear bay, and then inside your gear bay doors, the stabilizer is like a plug-in, sits inside there, so you haven't got a seam to clean up all the way around, which is always good. Oh, I'm just through the hump away. Pick that up. Your drop tanks. My side winders and your braces, the weapons, avionics hump. Alright, so we get two identical sprues, the drop tank, wheel. That's one of the aftermarket items I did on my builds, was resin wheels. And I also got, I think I did resin, the intake FOD covers. Alright, so yep, your nose gear is all moulded in one on this kit, so you have to paint that tyre in the hard way. You got some details in there. So obviously there's your intake fan, foot pedals, seat. That's another thing you need to do, is get some harnesses or just scratch build some. Nose gear bay. You got a bit of detail on the speed brake doors, and the pylons are moulded as one piece, which I definitely love. I hate cleaning up weapon pylon halves. And the last one is more weapons. GBU on there, I don't know what size it is, but I don't know if Skyhawk carried it, but it could have, I guess. I usually do the big drop tanks and the triple ejection rack with the bombs on there. It always looks nice on a Skyhawk, even though if I do the aggressor scheme there'll be no weapons loadout. So there you go. I really recommend any of them. Doesn't have to be the F, the E or the M. I haven't built the M, but it's the same, just different things on it. But it's this kit in Australia is around $60, which is, this day and age, is a pretty fair price, and it's built up into a very nice model. So if you want to, and it's also a pretty easy build, so highly recommend it. So I'll take some photos now and add to the end of this. Thank you for watching.